What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to a very special episode of Weird News Wednesdays, because I'm doing it again, Sean.
Ooh.
As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Mean. Away from the norms, I this week have put the stories together. Sean, how are you?
I'm good, Connor. I'm excited to see how you deal with hosting Weird News. Because let me tell you, in my experience, I find it quite easy. But I think you're going to...
Did you find it way too easy?
Too easy. To the point that it depressed me. And so I would like to request to never do it again, please.
That request will not be granted.
Oh, no.
So, if people tuning in for the first time, like, what the fuck are they talking about? So, normally, Weird News Wednesday's work is that I search the internet every single week and I find all the strangest news stories from around the world and I tell them to Sean, and Sean hasn't even heard them, and then he just gives his natural reaction. Now, last week we mixed it up. Sean, just for the crack, did it instead.
Dun, dun, dun.
It was... Some have said middling. Some have even went as far as solid 4 out of 10. I was those some.
You were those some. You were the two reviewers that we had. Some people have also said, wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Some have said it happened. So there are some of the staunch reviews we've had on iTunes. So that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
But this week I said, maybe I'll take the reins back. Show you how the real king does it. You know what I mean?
Not at all, but I'm going to let you run with this. Why is the king riding with a horse? Why is he using reins? Surely he has some sort of chariot.
Surely he has some sort of fake legs, like in Shrek.
Yeah, to make him taller.
Yeah, what's his name?
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad, yes. Okay, sorry, that's just a random talk. We're going to get into weird news this week, Sean, and we're starting off with a story that I think might be one of my favourite stories we've ever done. And it's come at a time when I was not expecting it.
That's true. I expected a week of dirt news stories that we were trying to make funny.
Yes, but no, I think this is right up there with the man who played the da-da-da-da song.
The Benny Hill theme.
The Benny Hill team as they ran around the cars. This is on the same level as the pantomime horse race that was about Star Wars. We have his colleague surprised him with a flight on a fighter jet. He accidentally ejected himself mid-flight.
What? Jesus Christ.
It gets better, Sean.
The headline sells it.
French investigators have released a new report cataloguing a comedy of errors that led to a terrified 64-year-old man being flung from a plane.
That's amazing. Because
I told you.
Jeez, okay, I have thoughts, but I think I should hear the whole story first.
64.
64.
The 64-year-old manager. Go on.
I was trying to work that into a Paul McCartney joke.
The 64-year-old manager at a French defence manufacturer had no experience flying in a fighter jet.
Why would he?
Nor had he ever expressed any desire to do so.
So his friend was just like... That was like... The fighter jet vouchers were right beside the till. And he was just like, oh, fuck, it's Jim's birthday.
Oh, Jim.
That'll do.
Oh, fuck. And there's like a big pile of money beside us. No, he wouldn't like money. Fuck.
There's a load of like chocolates and things that say specifically for Jim. And he's like, no, fighter jet.
Specifically for him. But his colleague surprised him with a gift of being a passenger in a military jet flight. He felt he couldn't say no due to peer pressure.
He gave in to... So Jim is a coward, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm telling you, Jim is a big coward. So his name isn't Jim, by the way. But
what's his name?
Jim... it hasn't said his name.
No, probably privacy.
His identity has not been revealed.
Oh, well, maybe it is Paul McCartney then. Let's call him Paul.
Okay, so Paul, he's at work, and his friends come in and say, we've got you this present for your 64th birthday, Paul.
Lads, you shouldn't have.
We know you're terrified of flights, and we know you're terrified of heights.
Those are the first two things I tell people, yes.
That is true. That's your Twitter bio. So what we've done is very cleverly, bought you a trip in a fighter jet.
What?
What do you think?
So those are the ones that go really high and really fast.
Yeah, you're a passenger in a military jet flight.
Military? Like with guns
Yeah.
and such?
Yeah.
What if...
Yeah, no.
Lads, thanks very much, but what if anything went wrong?
You know what? I'll leave it. You know what? Now that you've said that, I'll leave it there.
No, like...
Go on.
Look, Paul, you really want this. Wouldn't it be class?
You're not going to be allowed to join our gang if you don't go, Paul.
Paul, look, you're 64. What'll everyone in this office think? They'll think, oh, Paul's a big scaredy cat.
Yeah, they'll call you a little bitch boy. They're already calling you a little bitch. But the boy is going to come next, Paul. You don't want that.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm allergic to great improv.
Then why did you sneeze?
No, see, that's good improv.
Thanks. So, they had obtained special ministerial approval for the flight and the present.
How do you fucking organise this without anyone...
Look, the boys...
Sure.
They took a lot of organisation skills.
Paul would have had to sign something before... Like, they would have had to background check Paul, I would have thought.
Oh, there's a lot more to it, Sean. He didn't want to be rude because they had gone through all the trouble, but he was terrified.
I do empathise with that in a big way.
That is very you to be like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, Granny, for this Catman present.
Oh, Catman's amazing.
So the gift was sprung on him that very morning that he went on the flight, Sean.
Oh, there's no
had just
prep time.
Hours to mentally prepare himself. A doctor performed a medical examination, which should have taken place 10 days before the flight, as per the rules. Just 4 hours before the takeoff.
What line of work are they in? Like, is there some... What's going on? Is there some shady shit happening?
No, here's the thing. They work pretty high up. He's a manager at a French defence manufacturer. Okay?
Right, okay.
So he's pretty high up in the French defence area.
But that doesn't mean you can just take a ride in a plane, surely.
It does. You have power and he's rich and white.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he can do whatever he wants.
You've hit the nail on the head there.
So just hours before takeoff, they had the medical examination because, of course, they only just sprung it on him as a surprise that morning.
Blood pressure's through the roof, Paul.
He's very mentally unprepared, you could say.
Yes.
The man listened, he stressed, and he confused during a safety briefing when he was informed on how his ejector seat worked.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So, yeah, you can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah. His heart was racing as he entered the cockpit. His smartwatch recorded it being 136 to 142 beats per minute.
Seems too high.
I would say that's nearly too high.
It's more than 2 beats a second.
Yes.
Jesus.
I think average is, 70?
70,
maybe?
yeah, 70, 80, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, so it's 136 to 142 times a minute. He is, in scientific terms, shitting himself.
Shitting bricks, I would say.
Shitting bricks. He's building a small orphanage with the bricks that he has shot. So he was so nervous, he didn't properly check his safety equipment, Sean.
What? How would you... No, wait. They make him check his own safety equipment.
Now you've kind of come up against one of the series of unfortunate events that led to this.
Oh no. So
he's never gone on one of these before. He's going to know exactly where all the safety equipment is.
Yeah, should they let me drive the roller coasters when I go on them?
Yeah, you know when you do your driving test and you're like, have you ever done this before? No, I'm just going to wing it. See what happens.
Yeah, turn onto the motorway there. Big rants.
But then soon enough they were taking off, Sean. It was a lovely day. They were piloted by a French veteran military pilot.
Good.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Everything's in place to go right.
The pilot had over 2,000 hours of flight time experience, having encountered, I would assume, thousands and millions of scenarios that he has overcome.
Yes, with ease, with the skill of a trained defence person.
Not one person has died under his watch.
Oh, God.
As the pilot levelled off, and the plane was subjected to a negative gravitational load factor, which can create the feeling of being upside down. So he did one of his tricks that made it seem like the plane had gone upside down.
Yes, a classic move.
A classic move. The passenger in question reached for something to hold on to, Sean.
Oh, God.
So you know when you just you reach out with your hand just to get your balance back.
Yeah, just to ground yourself.
Well, he inadvertently grabbed the ejector handle.
Oh no! And then did he give it a quick pull?
He was, of course, flung into the air.
See, I've watched videos on how ejector seats work, and I think by and large, between pulling the handle and ending up outside of the plane, it's a quick process.
Yeah, it doesn't happen over a period of time.
No.
It's normally, it happens and then you're fucking gone.
So the confusion.
Yeah. So the I never even considered, like, he's in a moment of panic and he just reaches out and then he opens his eyes 1 second later and all he feels is air.
It's falling through the air. Oh my God, you'd be shitting yourself.
Somehow he survived, Sean, as the seat, of course, had a parachute that it deployed automatically when the ejector seat was pulled.
No, that's fine. That's fine, but imagine having to come to terms with what was happening on the way down.
How long would that take? How
high up
maybe
was he?
a few seconds? I don't know. It doesn't say how high up he was. How high does a fighter jet fly?
I mean, they can fly into the atmosphere, some of them.
Hundreds of miles, I can only assume.
Well, if he was high enough that the parachute deployed and it actually saved him, that's pretty high. It's so.
And so you have, I would say, at least maybe 10 seconds, maybe 20.
Yeah, maybe up to a minute. Where
maybe up to a minute.
You're just sitting there floating, and you're just like, what?
But imagine the first 10 seconds when the parachute hasn't deployed yet.
Oh my God, you're just
Imagine
spinning.
the fear.
I mean, I wonder what a smartwatch clocked then.
It just exploded. There's no point.
The one injury he received was a burn to the wrist.
But despite his inexperience and stress, the passenger was mostly in charge of securing himself in the cockpit. As we said, Sean, which has led... So this is one of the many series of unfortunate events that had to happen for this man to end up outside his own plane.
Were they trying to kill him?
I think it might have been a fighter jet situation where they tried to kill him, yes.
Was Paul up for a promotion, perhaps?
But it gets worse. It gets worse.
Does it actually get worse?
This meant, right, that they didn't take his inexperience and his stress into account, and he was mostly in charge of securing himself in the cockpit, as you do with any first-time flyers.
Absolutely.
But this meant that when they took off, Sean, his helmet had not been properly secured.
No.
So when he exploded out of his seat, it went flying in mid-air when he was ejected.
So he lost his helmet?
Yes.
Oh my God. So not only is he terrified and falling through the air, he's now also cold.
Yeah, oh look, his ears are freezing. That is you're going to get a cold. I don't want to say it too fast, but you are going to get maybe some shivers.
Some shivers. When did this story happen?
This week.
Now, how far away are you from a pilot in a cockpit?
I don't think that's the issue.
Well, it should be.
It should have been, to be fair. But I think it was just a present.
Just a present.
You know what I mean? When your pals get you a present and you can't turn it down.
Yeah, it's so nice. It'd be awkward because they went through so much work. But also, is he going to tell him? Well, I suppose they know now what happened because it's on the news. But there's no coming back from that because that's worse than not going. Is panicking and ejecting yourself. I
think of the things you can do with in a fighter jet. I think that's maybe top 2 things that are the worst possible ideas.
Isn't there some fact that ejector seats kill more people than they save?
I suppose they would. Would it be like the G-forces of the whole thing?
Maybe that's
being
it.
Exploded out.
That could be it. That it does so much damage to you on the way out that it's not worth it. I don't know that for a fact. If you ever have an opportunity to pull an ejector seat, I encourage you to do so.
I actually think everyone, if you have an ejector seat anywhere near you, pull it straight away. Don't even wait.
Yeah, get out of that situation. It's clearly designed for a quick exit.
I want you on the ground to pull it and just fly out and land in the tarmac. Just face up to the fact that you're going to do it anyway.
Just while they're taxiing out to the runway. Eject.
Investigators found that neither the passenger nor the pilot had been told that the doctor who examined the man recommended he not be subjected to a negative load factor.
Jesus Christ.
So the doctor was like, whatever you do not let them do the negative load factor deal, because it's not good for you.
I cannot stress this enough.
No, honestly, you will end up outside the fucking jet somehow. I don't want to get into how, but you will.
I'd love if the doctor predicted it. It was just like, no, because if that happens, he's going to panic and reach for something to hold on to. Then
it's because he's lost so many 64-year-old men called John.
This isn't the first time.
Oh, he has like a whole wall monument. The lost heroes.
The lost Pauls.
Discovering the feeling of the negative load factor, the insufficiently strapped and totally surprised passenger, he was not told that this would happen, held onto the ejector handle and activated it unintentionally, investigators wrote. The man's parachute deployed and he landed in a field, sustaining minor injuries that required him to be taken to a hospital where he is now fine.
Well, I'm glad he's fine, because that means we can talk about this.
So, despite the jet normally ejecting both the passenger and the pilot when one of them pulls the ejector handle, the mechanism failed.
What?
And only the passenger went flying. So the pilot just kept flying.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That pilot should... He's never going to trust an ejector seat again, is he?
Like, but surely it's his fault by being like, if you touch that, we're both dead. Or not dead, but we're both not in this fucking jet. This jet cost, I don't know how much to make.
Yeah.
And if I'm not here, nobody's landing the jet.
Yeah, like that jet is going to crash.
Yes.
And who, like, where's it going to land? It could land on someone. It's... Oh my god.
Yes. Despite the report's many findings of technical and procedure failings, the very first thing investigators highlighted was as the cause of the incident was the stress and surprise the man felt thanks to his well-meaning but ill-advised colleagues.
Well-meaning but ill-advised really sums that up.
So that is our first story of the week, Sean. I think, can you have a worse day?
I don't think so. But I've been doing a bit of research here in the background. I've been using a sneaky Googs. But apparently he ejected at 2,500 feet, which is 762 metres.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now,
it's pretty big.
It's pretty big. And now the speed of gravity is 9.8 metres per second.
Yes.
So using some quick maths, we can presume he was falling at a speed... Oh no, sorry, he was falling for 77 seconds.
Oh my god.
That's too long.
It would have been longer, but it would have been longer if he pulls the parachute, or if the parachute comes up.
That's
because
true.
That slows your descent.
That is true.
So it would have been probably maybe 15 to 20 seconds of just dead. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And then there's the moment where you just completely get jerked back up into the air as the parachute gets deployed.
Yeah, and then you're just... Presumably you don't move, because you're like, whatever I'm doing right now is I'm alive.
I haven't died yet. That's step one.
Let's keep this going.
This is a good start. Like, he has to land that as well. I suppose the chair would just like... He says he got minor injuries, but I think... Like, he's 64. It's a miracle this man did not have a heart attack.
Did he crash through the glass of the cockpit or something? Like,
I think the thing becomes unattached. Or is that wrong?
Oh, that makes sense. I suppose. I don't know. I've never been in a fighter plane.
Yeah, either have I, to be honest with you. But all I know is this man, either had this man, to be fair, he just went up because his friends peer pressured him in, and this will tell you a lesson, people. Always do what the crowd want you to do.
Absolutely.
If they say jump, jump.
That's how I ended up on this podcast.
Yeah, come on.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Do it! So, we're moving on to our next piece of news. That man, how is he still alive?
That's fucking terrifying.
Next piece of news. Robots replace Japanese students at graduation amid concerns about a virus.
This is the future and I love it.
Yes. Spring graduation ceremonies in Japan have been cancelled because of the pandemic.
Yes.
But students at one school were able to attend remotely by controlling avatar robots while logged on at home.
That's
the robots.
Amazing.
Go on. See now... It's amazing, but I'll come up with an issue in a second. The robots dubbed New Me by developer ANA Holdings were dressed in graduation caps and gowns for the ceremony at the university in Tokyo. The robots' faces were tablets that displayed the faces of the graduates, who logged on at home and controlled the robots via their laptops.
Okay, I still think it's neat and cool. It's probably more expensive than it should be.
What about kill all humans though, Sean? What about if one of those people thinks, as a robot, I could destroy this place?
I mean, they're being controlled by humans, though, surely.
Yeah, the humans at home. So you have one human at home that's like, I hate graduation, or I hate John, he stole my girlfriend, so he goes over and fucks John's robot up. Robot wars, is what I'm saying.
I don't think Sergeant Bash is accepting a diploma. Or Sir Kill-A-Lot.
Oh my god, he deserves one.
He really
Sir
does.
Kill-A-Lot deserves one. He killed so many people. Lots.
What?
Lots of people.
What if, like, the equivalent of, like, the slacker kid, he didn't get a robot, he just got, like, a broom taped to a Roomba with, like, an iPhone shoved on it.
Not even any arms. They're just like, they're about to give him the diploma, it just drops to the floor.
Drops to the floor.
And he just sweeps it away.
Roomba picks it up.
Oh man. Oh, this is what happens when you don't come to class. This is what happens. You get left with the shit one.
Yeah, he was the last one to turn up, and it's just alright, give him the fucking trash can robot.
So, one by one, the robots motored toward the podium to receive their diplomas. School staff clapped and said congratulations as the university president placed the diplomas on a rack mounted on the robot's midsection. I think this is a truly a novel experience to receive a certificate in a public area while I am in a private space, said one of the students. Wow, what a way with words.
Jeez, putting that degree to work.
The university hopes its approach can be adopted by other schools looking to avoid mass gatherings. So, but do you think anywhere else has the funds and maybe the means? Can you imagine our college that we graduated from having anything other than a broom and a Roomba?
I mean, we'd be lucky to get the broom, let's be honest.
Maybe, actually that's right.
How do I put this? I think this thing is amazing. I think it's funny as hell. I don't see the point in it. Because surely the graduation is there so you graduate in front of all your friends and family.
You could just send them the graduation thing, like just the certificate.
And they can take photos at home. And then when all this is over, then you can have your night out.
The idea is you dress up with a suit and you have the hat and you have the little gown.
Yeah, you look really well and you get a graduation picture, but not a robot.
Yeah. Kill all humans. He steals your identity. The robot.
He's you now.
He's you. He has your degree. You don't have any fucking degree.
Well, I think that
he's after spending 4 years.
Yeah, like the robot is the one who accepted it. So I like the way they just put it in a basket as well, and presumably that robot has to find his way to your house.
Just they never give him coordinates.
No,
it's just like you gotta find them.
Yeah, they just give him a name, and it's like your next target.
Sarah Connor.
Fuck. He gets on a boat. What I think they should have done is like give out the awards in Minecraft or something.
Oh, good.
And then they're all wearing suits.
Yeah.
Or Fortnite. Fortnite would work.
Oh, Fortnite's so cool with the kids.
Is it though?
So cool with the kids.
Are the kids still into Fortnite or are they tired?
I think Ninja is still considered cool.
Okay, well he'd better be.
Or have people turned on Ninja?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Ninja and his followers.
There was that time that he said he's as talented as like sports stars.
Yeah,
because he plays a video game a lot.
And
which I don't know if that's.
He is very good at it.
Look, I'm not doubting it. I'm not doubting the man's very good at it, but it's a bit different. I don't think I'm allowed to play Premier League football, but I am allowed to turn on Fortnite if I want.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Not to attack Ninja.
No, but you know, come on, Ninja.
I'm willing to attack him. Another person that likes to attack Sean is our next news story, because we have Italian mayor uses drones to scream profanities at residents ignoring lockdown rules.
What a fucking hero.
Now, I have actually some of the quotes that he said, and he's a fucking legend. So drones have been used in many parts of the world to help with the current outbreak, from spraying disinfectant in China to posting drone footage on Twitter of UK citizens during the lockdown. A mayor in Italy has taken another novel drone-based approach to encouraging residents to stay indoors during the virus, which has affected Italy, of course, a lot worse than most other countries. Mm-hmm. So, in a video from Euronews, Mayor Cateno De Luca,
yeah,
it's one of them.
It's one of them.
Can be heard shouting profanities at Italians venturing outdoors through speakers attached to the drone.
Did he make them himself?
It's just his voice shouting through the drone.
That's like Blade Runner type fucking.
So, one of them was, "Where the fuck are you going? Go home," he tells two men in the video, who run in apparent fear from the drone. "Are you fucking stupid?" he is claimed to have shouted at another woman, along with telling another man, "Run home."
Run from me. It's just like, lads, you're tick. Get in.
Like, are you Jesus Christ, how am I going to make this any clearer? I'm a fucking flying drone.
I love that he just doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, no, they're going to listen to me.
Yeah, I imagine, right, you're being a bad boy, ignoring the quarantine, the lockdown. You're out with the guys, the lads, all the lads,
right? Yeah.
Talking about your best gals, as they do,
as lads do.
Right? So. As they do. So they're all just hanging about, and suddenly over a wall just a drone appears. And it's just, where the fuck are you going? Go home. Are you fucking stupid?
And it's just like a scene from a war movie of it coming over the hill.
Oh shit.
And it's just playing Fortunate Son, and just like gunfire is going on.
Just explosion noises and everything. Like, they're all just like, we're gonna die. Holy shit, he's got guns.
Yeah. He's armed.
He's armed and dangerous.
Oh man. And does he have like a live camera, so he's like singling people out?
They must have just recorded his noise or his voice. Like,
right.
It can't just be him at home on like fucking Instagram Live, just watching the live footage like, Jason, right, here we go.
Right, better get on the old shouty voice.
Who the fuck are you?
Go home. You're going to kill your mother.
No, my favourite is run home. That, like,
Run.
If he says that, but he went, run home.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
You need to Batman it.
There's nothing for you here, old man. The future is now. Get out of here.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, like, I think mayors around the world should be doing that more.
Yeah, I think I'd give every mayor just a microphone and a drone and just see what happens.
Just like, fucking hell, lads. Why are you being tick? Come on.
Yeah, imagine the Irish one of that.
Jesus. No.
Lads.
Come on now.
Here now.
Lads. Here now. See, I just said, are you being tick? But I've realised, are you being tick is a very Irish phrase. That means, are you being dumb?
Yeah, it's like you tick in the head. Like
Yeah.
your skull is so thick that there's no brain in there.
Ah, yes, it has been said to me many a time, Sean.
No, cheers.
Many a time.
Oh, those teachers were lovely.
Dude, yeah, it was weird now. It was my nursery school. Like, I was only 3. Just screamed at me.
Just screamed. Look, got it done in the end.
So, moving on to our next piece of news, and that is a man. Now, during this quarantine, during this lockdown, people they're acquiring different skills. They do things to take up their time.
Absolutely.
And so, one man, a father of 2, has decided that gardening was his best bet.
Okay.
But I guess you could say it was actually a bit of cardening.
What?
Because a man unearthed a car from the 1950s in his back garden.
Jesus. How big is his garden?
How big is the car?
Oh.
It's a chicken and egg situation, Sean. Which came first?
Probably the garden.
Probably, yeah. So, a father of 2 who was gardening while at home during the lockdown has unearthed what is believed to be a car from the 1950s buried under his lawn. John Brayshaw, 40, dug up the mysterious motor in his back garden in the Spen Valley, and it was still mostly intact, with its engine, doors and registration plate still on the car.
What? Oh, so is he going to fix it?
Look, but the real question, how did it get there?
Okay, have you seen the movie Cars?
I have seen the animated movie Cars, yes.
Good. Well, his house takes place in that movie, and it was built on a mass grave of cars.
And so you're saying he's a drawing?
Yeah, I'm saying this man is a cartoon.
A car, too.
Oh, very good. Well, I suppose Cars would be a cartoon, yes.
I'm moving on.
Okay.
John, who bought the house 6 months ago, was digging post panels to start decking his garden when he found the car, which was buried on its side in a 7-foot by 10-foot hole.
That's even weirder. There's drugs in there.
Oh, is that your prediction? Drugs?
There's a body in the boot or something.
I like how there's drugs. Imagine there was drugs in the boot, and their first thought was, well, we'll have to bury the whole car, not just we'll get rid of the drugs.
Oh, but that just means the car is, like, more involved than you think.
The car knows something. What do you know?
Oh, we're still in the Cars universe here, right?
Oh, absolutely,
Good.
of course. I didn't doubt it. He believes the car is a 1955-56 Ford Popular 103E, based on the style of the dashboard and the steering wheel.
Okay, I'm looking it up now. 103E Ford Popular. Jeez, I spelled 1 wrong. 103E.
Sorry, really quickly, how did you spell 1 wrong?
I thought I was typing a number, but I was typing a letter instead. So instead of 1, I put in Q.
Yeah. You spelled the number wrong. That's the level we're at here.
I'm a bit thick in the head, lads.
Day 35 of lockdown, I spelled 1 with wrong.
You know what? It's a nice looking car, Connor.
It's a nice little car.
Yeah, not the one he dug up, but the regular one.
No, that's absolute dog shit. John said he had no idea why it would be buried in the middle of his garden, but it has been suggested to him the car could have a military link. He said it's really weird. It's not something you find every day. John, the classic line of just... It's not something you find every day. Yeah. The man has found a whole car in his backyard.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I would argue it's pretty easy to find a car every day.
I found one yesterday.
Did you?
And the day before.
Good God.
And the day before.
I'm finding one right now.
I'm literally looking at a car as we speak.
Good God, I'm in a car.
Are you in the Cars universe again?
I've been run over by a car.
Oh no. It is literally in the middle of my garden, he said. It's one of those things that you have to see it to believe it, Sean.
He's accomplishing a lot by saying very little of substance there.
He's said a lot of words there without saying anything. I like his description. They asked him, what did you do, when you found it? And he said, I was like, what on earth is this? You know what, Sean? He's not one to go over the top, is what I'll say about old John.
No, John is just pissed off he can't finish his decking.
Yeah. Cool, calm and collected at all times is John. What on earth is this?
And it's a car. Very good.
You just found a fucking car. Imagine going into your backyard and digging up a car and going, what on earth is this?
See,
Oh, wow.
If I dug up a car, I think I'd probably rebury it rather than deal with having to get rid of it.
It's haunted. It's definitely haunted.
It's that Stephen King car that killed people.
Yeah, no, you're dead right. Or the episode of Futurama.
That's the one. That's my only frame of reference for that car.
Yes. I thought it was an old air raid shelter at first when I saw the roof, and I thought, who'd buried the roof of a car? Which is an amazing line, because he thought they buried only the roof. But I suppose you wouldn't think there's probably another the rest of the car is attached to that roof.
Yeah, we keep digging down. It'll eventually become Optimus Prime kind of a thing.
The Mega... Oh no, Megatron!
Oh no,
he's coming back!
It was 50-50 who it was.
I've been told that at the end of the World War II there was an influx of people that used to work for the Secret Service. It has also been suggested to me that the colour of the car is known as RAF Grey. The house has got a full cellar, which is under a trapdoor. I can't find a trace of the registration plate anywhere, and there seems to be no record of the car available, which is weird as well, he says. So, he's thinking maybe he has a house that's built on an old burial ground for military secret service.
What if there's a load of hidden shit under there? Like,
what is this? Stalin? What the fuck?
What are you? That's not something you find every day.
Yeah, what on earth?
Yeah. Secret
Mussolini?
plans.
What on earth?
Oh, what? Like, he's done his research, to be fair to him. Like,
look, if you dig up a car though, I think you would put all your effort into finding out what the fuck is going on.
Especially now, because there's fuck all else to do.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
He has actual permission to make, like, a red string board on the wall.
Oh, imagine how much red string he could use.
Oh, there'd be so much red string.
Yeah. The Ford Popular, often called the Ford Pop, Sean.
The Ford Pop, of course.
Ford Pop. When it was launched, it was Britain's lowest priced car, which we're all fascinated by. But John, a contracts manager, had planned to lay the decking over the bank holiday weekend. But due to being out on furlough leave, he decided to start the work a week early. Whoa.
Okay, we're getting some backstory to John here.
Yes. He said, I had all the materials ready. Look, do you know what happens when they write an article? They don't reach the number limit.
Oh, so, no.
Fuck, we'll have to ask him about his garden.
That's true, yeah. What fucking flowers do you grow, John?
He said, I had all the materials ready and I needed to do something to put my brain back into action. I was just sat in the house watching the news and it was frying my brain. So I thought, let's start this decking. I never for a second thought that I'd find a car.
I mean, you wouldn't, would you? What he's done there...
John has a way with words.
He's spoken like a man of the people there.
He's just... I never would have thought I would have found a car, but you'll never guess what. I did find a car.
Jesus, next, I bet I wouldn't find a load of money hidden under the ground.
But it turns out, I did find a load of money hidden under the ground. Isn't that weird?
That's... Jesus, I bet I wouldn't find the cure to cancer.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh,
Jesus. Well, look.
Fuck's sake.
Can't win them all, lads.
Damn it, John, you're shit. He's so aggressive.
Damn it, Stalin.
He says, I'd say the hole is at least 7 feet deep, 10 feet wide, or 10 feet long, and 5 feet wide. That is a fucking massive hole.
That's fucking
for him
huge.
to just dig up.
What, like... Why didn't he get a metal detector when he moved in or something? How's it...
No, surely the question is how did he dig a hole that was that deep by himself?
Well, John's a pure tank.
Yeah, look, and now he has another tank. He's got 2 tanks.
Johnny 2 tanks.
Johnny 2 tanks. And he's wearing a tank top. Johnny 3. He's a triple threat.
And he's very polite.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, please. He says please all the time.
Of course.
We're moving on to our next story. That is, following crash, woman strips naked and walks down Lowman Avenue.
Everyone's favourite avenue.
A Las Cruces woman was left in disbelief following a vehicle crash on Sunday when the occupant of the other vehicle got out and started stripping naked. Now, her name, one of the drivers, is Sky Blue.
Oh, very good name.
And she's 22. So, if you just really quickly say that.
Sky Blue 22?
Sky Blue 22 said a woman driving a brown Honda CRV ran a red light and clipped her 2012 white Ford Focus about 9:30am on the Avenue overpass to Interstate 25, everybody's favourite interstate.
That's early for all this stuff to be going down, isn't it?
Very early for a naked walk. Like, are you day drinking at that stage? Are you eating a bit of the cure?
Oh, you'd have to be. You'd have to be. There's no other way that's happening.
After both vehicles came to a stop, the driver of the CRV exited her vehicle. The woman took her clothes off and threw a roll of paper towels down the road, and then she began walking down the street against the traffic, said Sky Blue.
To what end?
To what end, Sean?
Where was she going?
To what end? Where was she going with all the roll of paper towels?
That's like gold dust these days.
It is. Las Cruces police arrived at the crash site Sunday at the Avenue overpass. Jeez, they're mad about that Avenue overpass.
Mad about it.
The driver of the brown Honda SUV had exited her vehicle and they were trying to find her. Blue, who had been on her way to her mother's house, said she first called her mom and then called 911. Blue said the other driver's erratic behaviour scared her. I thought she was going to come and fight me. I didn't know. I was kind of confused as to what had happened. And then she turned around and started running down the street.
You would be thrown for a loop at that point, I feel.
You're like, a fight is about to break out, and then she begins stripping, throwing paper towels at you, and then turns around and runs down the street.
The element of surprise is incredibly valuable in a fight, Connor.
What she was doing there was, if she runs that far enough that way, she will eventually come back around the other way around the world, then punch you in the back of the head.
Of course. Of course.
It's the old classic rope-a-dope. She's rope-a-dope in Sky Blue.
Sky Blue 22 got rope-a-doped.
If your second name was Blue, what would be the worst name you could call your child?
Dabba-dee dabba-da.
Oh, no, Sky.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Baby? Oh, when she was younger, actually. Oh, that joke would have been made.
Baby
fucking
Blue.
Millions of times.
Fuck
Jesus.
me.
I hate her mother.
I'm going to fight someone.
So, what do you think of this woman's technique? Now, you get into a crash, you're like, fuck, I don't have insurance. First step, confuse them.
Yeah.
First step is distraction.
Yeah.
So, gets out, immediately starts taking off clothes.
Immediately
Is that the right step?
I mean, it's not the wrong step. That's what I'll say here. First of all, you're getting rid of any evidence that could possibly tie you to that scene.
But you're leaving the evidence at the scene.
That is also
which would have your DNA.
Yeah, didn't think about that one.
You would have to run maybe 20 yards down the road, then strip. They'll never connect the two.
Because that could have been anyone stripping.
Could have been any naked person.
And then just running into oncoming traffic. I mean, you might cause a car crash, which would then distract them from the other car crash.
The more car crashes you cause, the less heat is on you.
Because if you murder one person and someone else murders a dozen people, who are they going to go after first?
They're going to leave you alone. Go after the serial killer. I've only murdered my father, my husband, my wife. Like, he's murdered at least 6 of his wives. Go after him.
Go after him. I'm scot-free in all this.
I'm a model citizen other than the murder.
Who would you rather be with?
What really caught my eye there was the paper towels. One, where did she get them? And 2, why did she think paper towels in any sort of situation would be the best thing to throw down a road or throw at somebody?
Was she pretending it was like a spike strip, like the cops use, and she rolled it across?
Oh no, the soakage!
The soakage,
It's
yeah.
triple layered.
One sheet does plenty.
It just, your car drives over and the tyres just sink into it. It's so soakable.
So
My
absorbent.
God. Oh, shit. You know that? It's one sheet does plenty. That's what that Spanish man told me that one time in that ad.
That's all. That ad is just perfectly toned as well. I don't know what. Like, was Sky Blue okay after all this?
She was fine. She was not harmed. She's our witness to the scene.
Good.
She got into a crash with somebody. Then they got out of their car and she's like, oh no, they're going to fight me. They immediately begin stripping, throw paper towels at her and then run away.
So she won the fight.
I think technically that means she won. Yeah, she's 1-0.
1-0 to Sky Blue. 22.
Yeah. 22. If she gets to 2-0, oh jeez, that record. 2-0. Oh no. Sky Blue 22, 2-0. No, that doesn't work.
No, we need to get to something else ending in 2.
2.
0-2?
You?
You could say 0-2.
She'd have to lose 2 fights though. She's already won. That record's out.
Oh,
shit.
Sky, you fucked it up.
Oh, why are you so good at fighting, Sky?
Can't fight the Sky.
Okay. You don't want to fight the Sky, Sean. That's one step I'll give you.
That man in a fighter jet tried to fight the Sky.
He jumped out to headbutt it. He even got rid of his helmet.
Clear fight.
Sean, we're moving on to our next weird news, and it's finally happened.
What has?
Iowa woman drove to police station and asked officers to test her methamphetamine for the coronavirus.
Jesus. It was only a matter of time.
Weeks ago, Sean, we said that the police officers were putting up Facebook posts that were like, if you need your meth checked, we will check it for the virus.
Check it for free.
Yeah, for free. Just bring it to us and we'll check it. And we were like, who's dumb enough?
Surely no one would fall for that.
Surely. Well, Sean Salmon, a 53-year-old woman in Sioux City, Iowa, has been charged with unlawful possession of a controlled substance after she allegedly drove to the Sioux City Police Department on Sunday afternoon and asked police to examine a bag of meth for the virus.
And did they?
So, they're good citizens. So at 1:03 p.m, Salmon drove her 2016 grey Chevy truck to the police station and showed signs of impairment, Sean.
As in, like, she needed glasses or something like that?
No, like erratic behaviour, paranoia and profuse sweating.
Profuse sweating?
You don't want to ever be profuse sweating.
No, you want to be... What's the opposite of profuse?
Anti-fuse.
Antifuse?
Anti-fuse for sweating.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
She then asked police to examine her drugs because she's worried. She consented to a search of her body and her vehicle, and police found 15 grams of meth, a bag of meth with 15 grams, a bag of cannabis, and a large amount of paraphernalia for ingesting drugs.
That doesn't mean anything.
Could have been anybody's. I mean, it wasn't her car, and she specifically said, could you test my meth? But at the same time, that could have been anyone's meth.
That's true. But, and if she got bad meth from someone, she deserves to know.
It's only good to be safe. If you're taking meth, you want to be safe.
You want to be safe about it, yeah. You want clean meth.
Yeah. The woman then consented to a drug test and was immediately taken into custody and jailed.
But she was like, yeah, test me, that's fine.
How desperate do you have to be like, look, I love meth, but I'm not mental. Like, I don't want to get sick. I just want my meth.
I want to look after my body.
Yeah, my body's a temple. Could you just check my meth to see if it's okay?
Not a problem. Now, we will have to arrest you for us to do that. That's fine.
Yeah, no, look, I haven't done anything wrong, officer. I literally have not done one thing wrong, so I'm glad we've actually had this.
There's handcuffs.
Oh, it's weird you're handcuffing me now, because I've done nothing wrong.
All I've done
I've just come here for a test.
I've done as you asked, and I've brought in my meth to the police station.
Do you think, at what point did it dawn on her that maybe this wasn't just general procedure of how they tested Met when they had her in jail.
Probably when they closed the cell door.
Wait, no, even then she was like, they'll come back. They're just testing it. They just want to make me sit down here.
This is social distancing.
Yeah, no, it's right. They're being responsible. I'm glad they're being just like I am being responsible by trying to get my Met tested.
It's only natural to want clean meth.
You're dead right. If you're going to go Met, you might as well go clean.
Yeah.
So while the woman's inquiry might seem odd, 20 police departments around the US have published misinformation on Facebook, warning people, if you have recently purchased Met, it may be contaminated. The post continue, if you're not comfortable going into an office setting, please request any officer and they'll test your Met in the privacy of your own home. Please spread the word, we are here for you.
Look, okay, I think I've mentioned this before. They are tricking people. But if they're doing
those
illegal
things, deserve to be tricked.
Yeah, they're tricking gullible people. But I suppose they might be a bit, as the report says, impaired because of the meth using.
See, that would normally, if you're on a lot of meth, and then say just you're, like me and you can't really relate, but imagine you're on meth shot.
Let me imagine that.
You're very chatty today. But if you're at the height of like just feeling good, and then you read on Facebook, you're just scrolling through Facebook and you read, the police will test your Met to see if like you have a virus in them. You're like, fuck, it's the only responsible thing to do.
That's it. I've never gotten the meth tested before.
Oh Jesus,
I'm in danger.
I've been a fool all this time. I've lost all my teeth, but I think that's just because of dentistry. I don't know.
Dentists are a scam.
Yeah, that's where they get you. They make you brush your teeth.
Oh, losers.
I brush, but only the meth makes my teeth feel good. I feel alive.
Meth makes everything feel good.
I think what's really important here is that we doubted the fact that would ever trick anybody, but I really felt it was important to tell you that it worked on at least one idiot.
Yeah, you've taught me now that never overestimate people.
No.
People will always...
never underestimate people. Just estimate people.
Estimate people. Just everyone deserves a probably in regards to anything they'll ever do.
Murder?
Probably.
Who am I to say?
I don't know them. I don't know their story. They could love murder.
Will you get ejected from a fighter jet at some point in your life?
Probably.
How are we to know?
I used to think that ejector seats would be more of a concern for me than they actually are.
Yeah, they were very big in the animated, like, in the 90s, all those cartoons.
Yeah, and I used to always think, like, what if I need to pull one? Do I need to pull very hard?
I think the trick with the ejector seat, make it as sensitive a button as possible.
Yeah.
Make it easily tappable.
Just look at the button and you want it to go off.
And I really want some more air. Well, you're going to be getting some. We're finishing off Weird News Wednesday this week, Sean, with a Florida woman who decided to make Easter a bit fucking weird.
Oh, gosh.
Florida woman stuffed plastic Easter eggs with porn and placed them in strangers' mailboxes this weekend.
Jesus. I mean, why?
Well, Florida woman, such like Florida man, they don't stop for any sort of quarantine. They're going to figure out a way to ruin someone these days.
Yeah, because like giving eggs at Easter, it's primarily for kids, right?
You would think. So for several days, deputies in one Florida county were receiving phone calls complaining about Easter eggs filled with pornographic images being placed into residents' mailboxes. Later officials said they found the suspect.
Okay, and it was this Florida woman.
Yes. So on Wednesday, Flagler County deputies said they received calls about a woman placing more of the plastic eggs into mailboxes on Hernandez Avenue and identified the suspect's vehicle, a 2004 silver Honda Civic. There's a lot of cars today.
Look, it's a car show now.
It's a car, we're Top Gear. Officials said the eggs contained pornographic images, non-threatening references to nearby churches and county buildings and other items.
What does that mean? Non-threatening references?
So not just pornographic images.
Yeah.
There were also some eggs that just had references to nearby churches and county buildings and other items in them. So she just had a selection of pornographic images, but in some other eggs she thought maybe a paperclip. I don't know.
She was like,
maybe
what do the kids
a letter
like?
that says, I like the church.
Yeah, you know that specific church that we all live near? That one.
I like that one.
As if to say, we go to the same church.
Non-threatening makes it funnier, because if it's threatening, like, it's bad, like, oh, like, I'm gonna, like, shoot up a church or blow up a church or so, but it's like, no, it wasn't threatening in any way. She was just there's a church down there.
She was just pointing out some local landmarks.
Yeah. Church, post office, bank,
Eiffel Tower. It's in Paris.
Yeah, what can you do? It's somewhere. By 11:19 p.m, deputies located the vehicle heading north on Belle Terre Parkway and made a traffic stop. Inside the Civic was 42-year-old Abril Sestoni. Detective said Sestoni admitted to placing the items in the mailbox, saying she was educating people, Sean. She was educating people.
In the art of pornography.
And where churches are.
The two things people need education on.
A bag of pornographic material was found inside the vehicles, officials said. She also said she distributed over 400 pamphlets within the past few days throughout Flagler County. Deputies said she displayed no symptoms of any sort of illness. She was just a bit mental. So 400 pamphlets stating in regards to where churches were, just in regards to how you can improve your day. But also mostly just the pornographic material as well. Spice it up.
Yeah, just mix up your Easter, you know? For too long it's been the domain of bunnies and chocolate.
I need more locations for holy places. Our team did a great job in tracking this deranged offender down and taking her into custody, said Sheriff Rick Stanley. Good name.
2 first names.
Thankfully, 2 first names. Actually, now I'm not trusting him anymore. Thankfully, she did not appear to have any symptoms, but she certainly does need some help in other areas.
Fair enough.
This again proves that see something, say something works, and we thank the community for being part of our guardianship policing philosophy. According to the news, she said she worked for Publix. But what's really important here is that she was also driving with a suspended licence.
Illegal.
She was going around on Easter for a few days in mailboxes, having plastic Easter eggs inside the Easter eggs, putting, like, porn is weird, but I think pamphlets and other items is just weirder.
Yeah, that involves, like, there's an element of, oh, this is everything you need. This is, like, it's all tied together somehow. And she's put thought into them. It's not just stuffing ripped out pages of a magazine into an egg. It's like
it's not the first step of a Jehovah's Witness to put porn in an Easter egg. I don't think
it could be a bold new strategy. I mean, we're talking about them, aren't we?
It could be. You turn up to the house, you're like, fuck the Jehovah's Witness, don't open the door. But they throw an Easter egg into the window that has porn in it. You have my attention, Jehovah. Please continue.
You just open the door and it's on the chain, and he just winks at you, and it's just like, alright, come in.
You've done it again. Fair play to you, boy. Huh? I think any religion at all, should their first step be, maybe don't put porn in some sort of Easter egg. I say that's step 1.
That's the first commandment.
First commandment: Thou shalt not lust over my neighbour. Thou shalt not put porn in an Easter egg.
There's too many rules.
How am I meant to follow all of these very specific rules?
Oh God, that's like, how do you cope with receiving that? Like, what do you do?
Especially if you're one of the people that just get the whereabouts of a church.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Bill across the road gets...
Bill gets a bit of fun, and all I'm left with fucking GPS locations. For fuck's sake.
I just got coordinates.
Bill has a wife. I'm fucking single, lads. Need a bit of fun.
I don't mean to get too crude here, but... Come on now.
He has like the whole internet. He's like, no, I just love porn in Easter egg form.
That's my niche.
I can't get enough of it. It's my niche. There's definitely somebody in the world that's their niche.
Oh yeah, everyone has a niche for everything.
Everybody has a niche for something fucking weird.
And that's fine. That's allowed.
No, it's not.
What?
No, sometimes it's not though, Sean.
But once you're not hurting anyone or doing anything illegal, then work away.
Yeah. Don't be sucking toes. That's just step one.
Don't be like leave horses out of it. That's rule number one.
Step 1, no horses. Step 2, don't be sucking toes.
Step
3, if you're going to give me porn, put it in an Easter egg. That's all I say.
Step 4, happy Easter.
Yeah. We're gathered here today. What a beautiful day. A beautiful Easter. We've all had our porn from our eggs. It's a lovely day.
Lovely day, lads.
Little Billy.
Billy, I know you've had a good Easter.
You little devil, you have.
Oh, Jesus. You filthy bastard.
You bastard. Go to the church. I have the coordinates. Sean, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week. What a weird. What a news.
All those things.
No, it was a good week. You did well, Connor. I'm proud of you. You took up the task of hosting Weird News, and you flourished.
Do you think I could do it again next week?
I think you should do it for every week from now on, I promise.
Maybe. Well, that's a lot of responsibility. It's kind of turned there. I just asked for one more week, but every week until eternity seems like a long time.
Connor, hold out your hand.
Yeah, I'm holding out.
I've also held out my hand, and now I'm passing a torch to you.
Oh, I've dropped the torch. They call me Butterfingers Lawler.
Oh, Jesus, his house.
Oh, no.
It's going up in smoke, lads.
It's very smoky in here. Jesus.
We passed the torch.
Carpets are very flammable. My petrol carpet.
Why did he soak it in petrol every morning?
Do you want to take us out, John?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with an episode of Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesday. If you would like to support the show, first of all, big thank you to all our patrons who support us over on Patreon. If you want to support the show, you can join those fine people by going to patreon.com/here'sfriar or there is a link in the description. If you don't feel like doing that, or you just can't, the best way you can ever support the show is by telling one human being that we exist. And
just the one. If I hear anybody asking two people, saying to two people, maybe you like this, I'll find you.
And we'll know, lads.
There's a little horn that goes, ooh. I just look up into the distance.
Jump in your fighter jet and go.
Oh no, the ejector seat.
Oh, every time. Or you can leave us a like and a review on iTunes. That really helps us out a lot as well. We are on all the social medias and they're all linked in the description. And other than that, I think we're all done for the week. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Excellent.
I think we've done pretty well.
Thank you everyone for listening. It's been a joy.
I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Mead.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.